Hey there, YouTube. This is CFL Fanatic giving you my pick for the 98th Grey Cup in Edmonton. This is the climax of the 2010 season, so we've waited 22 long weeks of regular season and playoffs to get here, and now here we are. It's going to happen tomorrow, November 28th. The Grey Cup in Edmonton, a rematch of last year between the Montreal Alouettes and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. After Saskatchewan's heartbreaking loss last year, they look for redemption. Meanwhile, the Alouettes look to become the first team to win back-to-back Grey Cups since the 96 and 97 Toronto Argonauts. So we'll get to that in just a second. Earlier today, Laval winning university football, their biggest prize, the Vanier Cup, with a convincing 29-2 win over the Calgary Dinos. Obviously, last week I didn't upload a video, so we'll jump back. The division semifinals, I was 1-1, got the Toronto one, lost the BC one though. And then in the division finals, I was 0-2. Oh God, remind me why I picked the Argos again. Should have known that they'd find some way to screw it up. Anyways, that takes my season total to 40-36, and Schulte to 36-40. So I'm going to win against him regardless. But one game pending, and this is the big one. Here it is, the Grey Cup. So between these two teams, Montreal and Saskatchewan are going to meet in Edmonton and face off for the Grey Cup. The 98th time it's been awarded. Excuse me, sorry about that. So let's fire some statistics at you right away. Quarterback. Darian Durant is a league leader at quarterback position with 5,542 passing yards compared to Calvillo, who is fourth this year, fourth place, with 4,839. Now, it's important to look at the receiving cores for both of these teams because they're two very dynamic receiving cores, probably among the best in the league. Saskatchewan has the number one receiver in terms of yardage, Andy Fantuz, with 1,380, and the Alouettes have the fourth place receiver in the league, Jamal Richardson, with 1,271. So the receivers are going to be interesting to watch. Running backs probably won't play too much of a part in this game, but we'll see. They might. Wes Cates at number 5 with 1,054 yards, and Avon Coburn right behind him at number 6 with 956 yards. So on defense, Saskatchewan has probably an edge over Montreal. They got the number one tackler in the league, Baron Simpson, with 105 tackles. Montreal's closest to that is Chip Cox at 80. So he's at 8th place, by the way. Interceptions, also Saskatchewan has the league leader, James Patrick, with 9 interceptions, including one for a touchdown. Montreal has the number 6 INT leader, Gerald Brown, with 5 and also an interception. Quarterback pressure will be interesting and will be important for this game. John Bowman of Montreal is number 2 in terms of sacks, behind Philip Hunt, I believe, for Winnipeg. John Bowman has 12 sacks. Meanwhile, Saskatchewan's leader in that category, Jarrell Freeman, tied for 8th place with 7 sacks. As far as special teams, this is where Montreal definitely has the edge. As far as kickers, Damon Duval for Montreal, who's 72%, his longest from 47. So, not fantastic numbers by any stretch. But Saskatchewan has to rely on their rookie kicker, Warren Keane, who is 3 for 5 so far this season, 60%, his longest coming from 25 yards. And it gets worse for Saskatchewan in terms of special teams. Montreal has the edge. Tim Maypray at number 3 with 1,666 yards in total returns. Compare that to Grace Mullen with 714, and you have a big Montreal edge. So those will be interesting. In terms of the actual game, so all in all, Saskatchewan probably and Montreal pretty much tied in offense. Saskatchewan probably has the edge as far as defense is concerned, but Montreal has the edge in special teams. But as you know, this game does not come down to statistics. This is the Grey Cup game. This is one single game, and it's important to look at trends. One of those trends being that the Montreal Alouettes are currently, 2 for 7 or something like that, or 2 for 6? 2 for 6 Grey Cup appearances This is their 8th one, and they've only won 2. So, yeah, iffy. And you look at last year, Saskatchewan, dominated that game for 50 minutes. And the only reason Montreal was able to win is because they were such a dominant team and such a good team that they could get away with playing 10 minutes of football and still come out on top. They're not going to be able to do that this time. So they're going to have to dominate the entire game, which honestly I don't think they will. This year the stats tend to favor Saskatchewan, I think. Not only do the stats do it, but also the trends favor them. And you know what? They're going to be hungry for revenge, and I think they are going to get it. I am going to take the Saskatchewan Roughriders to win the 98th Grey Cup. So that is my Grey Cup pick. Nothing special, not like last year with the panel, but I'll do a year in review. I'll do a little thing afterwards. So watch the game. See you later.